Hey guys, this is going to be a really quick message, but I wanted to share some information that came through to me in a meditation earlier today. I don't know if you guys have been feeling the energies lately, but there seems to be a lot of overwhelming energy, anxiety, impatience, frustration. It seems to be ever present, like it seems to be permeating the collective. And so I kind of wanted to know what this was all about. And so when I went into meditation, my attention and awareness was immediately drawn to the summertime, particularly end of July, early August. And that happens to be when the North Node is going to meet up with Uranus in Taurus. Now, if you know, in my earlier videos of this year, I put out some predictions, and one of them was around the whole Uranus energy, that there was going to be a lot of breakdowns and breakthroughs this year. And because I just feel like Uranus is in the spotlight, that energy is in the spotlight all year. And so what's happening right now, if you're experiencing any frustration, anxiety, impatience, overwhelm, and you don't necessarily have anything to truly tie it to right now, what I think is happening is there's something that's going to be revealed to us in the upcoming lunar eclipse in Taurus at the end of April, on April 30th. And that particular lunar eclipse is going to be initiating something that will come into more realization in early November, when we have the full the full moon eclipse. Okay, there's going to be a full moon. So the new moon. So there's a solar eclipse on April 30th. Yeah, the lunar eclipse in November is for Taurus as well. But we're going to have a new moon, so it's a solar eclipse on April 30th. And so you've got the sun now in Taurus, and you've got the moon in Taurus, you've got Uranus in Taurus, you have the North Node in Taurus. And this is kind of tied to a lot of our values, our own value systems, what we value, and also our own personal needs, but as well as it could also represent your finances, something to do with money, your relationship with money, your relationship with different resources, the land, things like that. But overall, there's something that's kind of breaking down in our own fields, and I don't feel like it's something that we're fully aware of yet, but I'm getting the sense that come this solar eclipse at the end of April in Taurus, that we're going to get some insight into what's going to be happening in the summer when the North Node actually meets up with Uranus. So Uranus is all about innovating yourself, right? It's about breakdowns for breakthroughs. It's about liberation. It's about your future. And there's something that you just can't take with you anymore. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but things that are not meant for you right now, they are leaving your field faster than ever before. Things that I think are going to start just instantly almost finish before they even get off the ground, because they're just not right. They're not in the right alignment. And there's also this kind of, I'm getting this sense of, when you go into your closet and you try on old clothes that you've worn 20 years ago or something, you're like, oh, and you put it on and maybe it fits, maybe it doesn't, but overall you're like, you've kind of outgrown it in a sense, like it's just not you anymore. There's something about there's certain things that we're kind of trying on again, and we're starting to realize these don't fit at all anymore. And there are things that we may have not really given too much thought about, but we're being asked to take a closer look at them because it's time for them to be gone. Because there's a major shift happening. When the North Node is in place with Uranus, it means unexpected, destined opportunities are coming in, or shifts or changes, right? The North Node represents your future. It's where you're going. It's where your soul's calling you to. It's not necessarily comfortable, but it's where you're supposed to go. And so there could be some destined or fated shifts that are happening right now, but right now I shouldn't even say they're not happening right now. the underwork, the underlying energy. It's like the stuff below the surface is happening. We're not going to see the workings of it break through just yet. I think we're going to get a glimpse at the end of April, but you're going to really know come midsummer what is happening. There's going to be some kind of shift, so pay attention to that. So I just wanted to do a really quick video here about that for you guys. I don't know if you guys have been feeling the energies that way, the same way I have. They've been a little crazy. It's been hard to also kind of get motivated about the things that you usually are motivated about, or just motivated in general. And it's also been feeling kind of foggy, like things are just not clear, and there almost seems to be like a scattering or need for security. And obviously with everything going on in the world right now, I think that's kind of normal. Things are a little shaky, but I'm getting the message right now that the shakiness is not necessarily going to change anytime soon. We will see some reprieve from that after the Uranus North Node conjunction. And so things are going to just continue to be a little shaky, but they're shaking up for you for a reason, because what isn't meant to be there is going to like they're showing me like when you shake something, things that just can't stay together, like they separate really fast. It's kind of like oil and water, okay? But more extreme than that. So just know that, I think we're in for a bit of a ride. This month in general, April, is going to be ridiculously crazy energy. There are so many big alignments coming up. It's one of the bigger months of 2022 when it comes to the astrological alignments. So just kind of buckle in. There's a lot of stuff happening right now, especially at the beginning of April. So with the Saturn square to the nodes happening on, I think it's the 5th or 6th, there seems to be like a lesson that's coming in, some kind of restriction or lesson, or something's being like streamlined down for us. Like there's going to be some kind of challenge or obstacle that we're going to have to face in order to get to where we want to go, or where we're destined to go. So that might also bring up some insight now that I'm talking about it. So you might even get a little bit of insight going into next week, but I think more clarity is going to come with that solar eclipse. And then of course we'll find out really come midsummer. So I love you guys. If you haven't checked out this week's podcast, please do. Amira's near-death experience story was incredible. What happened to her in Egypt after she was in the temple, and then how her whole NDE happened was quite funny at the same time as wow. So I've got some great guests lined up for you for the month of April. I'm looking forward to bringing them on for the first time. Guys, I love you so much. If you need any assistance along your journey this month, I know it's going to be a little bit of a doozy. Just know I'm here for you. All of the links to book sessions with me are at my website or down below this video. Have a wonderful evening and have a great new moon in Aries tomorrow. All right?